Alright, let's dive in. The truth about playing small. You've been playing small. Maybe you think it's safer, more comfortable. But let me tell you, playing small doesn't keep you safe. It keeps you invisible, unnoticed, stuck in the shadows. Imagine you're a freaking sunflower. You've all the potential to grow tall, bright and strong. But what do? You keep huddling down in the dirt. You're scared if you grow. If you shine too brightly, people will judge you. But here's the thing. Invisible people don't eat. They don't get the opportunities. They don't get the love. They don't get the rewards. You can't hide forever. Look at all the people who rise up. They make mistakes, they screw up, but they step out. They take up space. They claim their space because the world doesn't give it to them unless they take it. That's how it works, my friend. You're already doing it, whether you realize it or not. You're already taking up space in some areas of your life. Maybe it's with your friends, or it's the things you're passionate about. But now, it's time to do that everywhere. And when you do, you realize you've been the one holding yourself back this whole time. Let's start breaking it down with a metaphor. Think about a candle. When you light a candle, it's meant to shine, right? The flame doesn't apologize. It doesn't shrink back. It just shines bright. But if you put that candle in a glass box and shut the lid, the flame suffocates. It can't spread. It can't warm the room. It's stuck. And this light gets smaller and weaker. This is you. You've been hiding in your glass box, afraid to let your light shine. But the world needs your flame, even if it feels risky or uncomfortable. You're not a dim light. You're the fucking sun. And you need to start acting like it. Take up space, even if you're afraid. You must make room for your own brilliance. Now let's break this down. How do you already do this? So right now, you might think you're not shining, but you are. Just not everywhere. Maybe you take up space in conversations with your close friends. Maybe you show up for people when they need you. That's already you taking up space. You know how to do it. How can you do it in new ways? Take that energy and expand it. Start stepping up in places where you're not used to being bold. It could be your job, your public presence, even social media. Don't hide behind screens. Take up space in the world. Show up fully. Claim your spot. Remember, there's no one else like you. So if you don't show up, the world will never see what you have to offer. The universe needs your unique spark. Why is it so important? Playing small is like trying to squeeze into a tiny box when you're meant to spread across the entire damn universe. Every time you shrink yourself, you hold back the power you could bring to others, to your community, to the world. There's science behind it too. When you show up fully, your brain releases dopamine, the reward chemical. You feel good because you're doing what you're meant to do. Success breeds more success. When you show up with confidence, other people take notice. And they start recognizing the value that you bring. The fear of shining too bright. Why are you afraid to shine? You've been conditioned to believe if you take up too much space, you're being arrogant or selfish. Bullshit. It's society's fear, not yours. You're afraid people will think you're too much. But here is the reality check. People who play small, they don't change the world. You want to change the world, you've got to take up space. Think about big leaders, Steve Jobs, Oprah, Elon Musk. None of them were shrinking back. They took up huge amounts of space, and that's exactly why they made such an impact. The science behind this. Confidence leads to opportunities. When you're confident in your space, people recognize that, and they open doors for you. People are drawn to your energy. Your energy becomes magnetic. If you want to break out of your shell, you need to embrace change. Your brain is wired for growth, not comfort. The more you push yourself to be visible, to speak up, to take up space, the more your brain learns that this is safe and rewarding. Now let's talk about some patterns that you might be stuck in. The people-pleasing pattern. You're worried about what others think of you. Stop. It's not your job to make people comfortable. You're here to serve, not by shrinking yourself. People who are afraid of your shine, they're often insecure of their own. The self-doubt pattern. You're doubting your own worth. Deep down, you know you've got something valuable to offer, but you're scared it won't be accepted. Let me tell you this. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will either. Get over it. The perfectionism pattern. You're waiting until you have it all figured out. But guess what? You'll never have it all figured out. It's time to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Start messy. Start now. Now we've identified the patterns and beliefs. Let's pace and lead. Here's how you can create lasting change. Pace. Acknowledge where you are. Yes, you've been afraid. Yes, you've been shrinking, but that's okay. You've learned from it. Now it's time to lead. Lead. Now you've faced the fear. Take the next step. Start taking up space in places you're afraid to go. The moment you take the first step, you'll feel a surge of energy. The world will start responding to your boldness. If you want to break free from your limitations, if you want to stop hiding in the shadows, you need to stop playing small. You need to own your space. People who play small, they're afraid. They're afraid of rejection. They're afraid of shining too brightly. You, my friend, are not afraid. You're here to shine. Start stepping up today. Start claiming your spot. When you do, the world will notice. Opportunities will come your way. And you'll wonder why you ever thought you had to hide. And if you don't step up, if you keep playing small, you're choosing to stay invisible. And invisible people, they don't eat. They don't get the chances. They don't get the rewards. So what's it going to be? Keep hiding? Or let your fucking light shine? You're no longer allowed to shrink. You're here to grow, to take up space, and to live the life that you were born for. So do it.